Hi hustlers, my name is Sahej. I am the founder of One D2C platform, which helps businesses like yours to get online and sell your products or services as fast as possible into the market. So before we begin, if you are watching this video, you must have already reached a point in your life where you are either starting a business or you already have one. And I would like to congratulate you, first of all, for reaching this point in your journey where very few people are able to make it this far. And from here on out, we are going to go through how we can successfully launch your business in the online market and reach revenues of crores and millions with the help of the mobile and web applications that are available on our 1D2C platform. This is going to be a series of tutorials and know-how to help you understand how 1D2C platform works, how it can help you to launch your brand fast, how you can get your first customers, how to retain those customers, and how to get high traffic for your brand. And lot more is going to be there that we are going to discuss in the coming series of these videos. So let's dive right into it. We are going to see the order flow from buyer to vendor to the delivery rider when a user places an order on the buyer app. Also, one more important note, this flow that we are explaining is if you have a product based brand. 1D2C also works for the service based brands like Urban Clap or Yes Madam, where a user books a service and a person goes to the user's place and perform the service. So that is something that we will cover in future videos. One thing to note over there is in the service based application, there is only buyer app and vendor application, because vendor would be the person who is going to perform the service to their location, and there is also admin application and all that would be there for the both flows. But in the product base, what happens is a delivery application, one more additional application that is inside the flow for the product based. For the service based, there is only two types of application, buyer and vendor. For a product based, it is buyer, vendor, and delivery application. So yeah, that is the difference. So let's move ahead and see how the order flow works. This is the buyer app. So first of all, let's see each of these sections of a buyer app and how you can use each of these sections properly. So this is our whole buyer app. So what I have done is I have divided it into multiple sections where I will explain what each section does, so that you will be able to understand how to populate those sections, how to customize those sections, and how to add your own content into the application so that it would feel and look like your own brand, and you can populate your own products or services into the mobile app or the web application. So we have both mobile and web application for the buyer app. So first of all, as you can see, there is this banner section which also has a below text running around it. So to actually add the values over here, by value I mean the images and the text, what you have to do is you have to go to the admin panel. You have to click on the bottom slider and notification, and you will see this kind of a page. If you are on a mobile phone, just click on these three menu bar. When you click on it, you will reach this slider and notification. After that, you would be able to see the actual screen like this. So what you have to do is you have to just click on the slider and you will see the multiple sections into it, like how it works. Let me show it to you. So I would just go over here. I will go into the admin and notification section. Let me just increase the size. In the slider and notification, as you can see, there would be multiple sliders over here. You could just go into the slider if you already have created, and you can see all the sliders options. So what also you get is on image tab. So if there is one image, so these are ordered. So one now you can see these dots. So the first dot, second dot, third dot, and so on. So if I go on the first dot, so what I can do is on tap of the button, you can either select the categories, or you could select the item name. You have both the options. And to add categories and items, you could just simply go over here, click on it, and then go on the add new, click on it, add your own category. You can also generate the images through AI, and you can save that thing. We will come back to the categories and services part, and you can add your own service and all the data over here like you want to do. And you can even generate all these images and all the way you want to do it. So that's how the slider and notification works. Plus regarding the slider text, you can add the slider text on the bottom over here, and it will start playing in the mobile app. Let me also show you the web version of it. So this is the banner part on the top, and below you could see the text that is floating. And this section is the categories. Below are the all the services that you have, popular pujas. Okay. If I go back now, if I talk about those categories, like I've already explained. So what happens is you can have the categories on the bottom and on the top bar as well. So for that, what you have to do is just you have to add categories like I've already shown to you. And at the bottom you could see this, add this category to the top bar. When you tick on it, it will be added on the top over here. And if you want to add its own different type of image, which could be transparent and of single color, you just have to add it over here. You can generate it with AI. And over once you generate an image, you also get multiple options like remove background. It is very useful if the image, mostly what happens is the image that is generated by AI has a white background, so you have to remove the background. So just click on it, it will remove the background. You want to crop the image. If it is smaller, you want to increase its size, just crop the image, you can do it. Let me also show it to you. If I go over here, go in the categories, health and well-being, I can see the image, I can see the crop. If I want to crop the image, because the background is transparent, that's why it is grayish in color. If you want to remove the background, you can do that. If you want to generate via AI, you can do that. Also you can add context to it. If there is certain if the image that you want is not being generated by AI, you can add the data over here, whatever you want, and it will generate the content regarding your requirement. Also you can add the reference image, so you can do the add images over here, and it will add multiple images that you want, and you just have to do the save and generate. So what happens is once you save the context and images, it will remain on your browser. If you open it in some other laptop or system, you would have to add the saved values again if you want to have the same context before generating the AI images. So that was regarding the categories. If I talk about the services or products, you just have to go on top over here like I have already shown to you. And let me go back over here, so you could see the services part, which where you can already add the items over here. If you do new service, you can add the item over here. Let me say my new item. You can add a description over here. The description will be generated via AI, and you can also generate the images. So you can do that part into it. This is for the service based. If you are on the product based side, so you would see it as a products. You will see all the products that are there already into the application, and yeah, you can generate them just like that. Also, how to switch between product based and service based, you can go into the settings, and in the app details you can see this checkbox for the product based and the service based. Once you, if you change it, just save it over here in the save changes button, and then it will change your product type of the app. If I talk about the search, so search is pretty simple. Anyone can search the product or service over there. Any buyer, they would just have to type the value. So the search takes um, value. So the search takes. So the searching happens from the title or the description. So the title and description, whatever you have put for the product, it will search in that the same name or the string that you have typed in for the search part. So make sure the description and the title of the image of the product is good enough so that a person can search it properly. So over here, like you could see, here a person is searching for an item. This is the product page. A person can switch between the images. They can see the image. They can also zoom in and see all those part around it. This is the view details part. This is the product information that you have to put in over here. If I go over here, so whatever I have put over here would be seen in the app in this section. Now after going back to the cart page, so as you can see, uh, there is discounts that are added over here. There are discounts, there's GST thing. So you can add discounts by going over here, and you can see all the discounts that are available. We will cover a detailed discount feature in the upcoming video, but right now I'm just showing it to you that you can add the discounts over here and it will be visible in the cart page. Also you can add the GST information if you want a person to add GST. So there are multiple options on how you want to configure the GST in the app. We will cover that in detail as well in future videos. Give you a quick understanding of how you can customize the buyer application as per your own branding or as per the user flow, depending on how you want the user to flow across the buyer application. So let me get back to this part. So as you can see in your admin panel, you would see this preview live store, and right beside it there would be a button called edit UI. So when you will click on the edit UI button, you would be able to see this whole screen where you can select different pages, and you would be able to customize those pages depending on that part. Let me show it to you in the live version. So let's say I'm over here, so I will go to the edit UI part, and as you can see I am over here. So I could edit any aspect of the platform I want. This is the aspect ratio if I want to change it. For the image, if I want to change anything over here, there are a lot of functionalities, lot of properties that you can change. You can even change this alt tab. You can make it home if you want. I'm just changing it to HOME. So you could see it is changed to home. So that's what you can do. and all the changes happens instantaneously. So when you click save and publish, it will be shown on the actual website and the app. So one thing to note is to see the changes in the website, you have to refresh the page, and for the mobile app, you have to close the app from the system tray and then reopen it. Then you would be able to see the new changes. Similarly, you can go to this product page. This is a dummy page where you can, whatever changes you would make over here, it will be reflected on your product page of your own app. There's this cart page. If you want to change anything in this cart, you can do that. Similarly for categories over here, for the search part as well, if you want to change anything in that portion, you can do that. There is also global features. In global, there are a couple of properties which are very different from other different pages. So just go through it, play with it. You will understand how those properties changes. And to get an in-depth video on the UI editor, we will create a video for it, and you would be able to see those changes around that part. So coming back to the video, so let's carry forward. So what will happen now is a user is going to tap on pay, and the whole payment gateway will open, and the payment will be done, and the request will be sent to the seller. So let me just take it ahead. So a person has clicked on it, the checkout. So this is the test payment gateway account. Once you add your own payment gateway, it will be done very quickly. So over here you could see it is searching for the seller, and these are all the details. And in the seller app, you will see the new incoming order, and once the seller accepts the request, buyer will be able to receive the new notification once all the part from the seller has been accepted. Then for the delivery app, the delivery rider, depending on the radius of the rider's distance from the seller, they will receive the order. So it goes from 5 kilometer to 10, 15, 20, 25, like that. So the closest delivery rider that will be there for the seller will receive the notification first, and so on. And it also goes for the seller. So depending on the distance from buyer to the seller, so the seller who is closest to the buyer will receive the notification first. So the radius works 5, 10, 25, 35, 40, depending on how much longest distance you want to go, and that distance can be configured through the settings in the admin panel. So over here, a delivery rider has received a notification for a new delivery request. So let me just move ahead. Now the delivery rider has accepted the request, so they can see the seller location, and they can even call the seller if they want to confirm anything. And they also get the direction, so they can open the Google Maps and go to that location of the seller. They can see the invoice that has been generated for the buyer, because what might happen is somewhere in between a person, a traffic police or something can block them from going onward and might require some papers to see. That is why they need to have an invoice with them during a delivery process. So that's why we give them the invoice. So once a delivery rider reaches the seller location, they have to click 3 pictures of the product, and then they have to provide the OTP to the seller, and seller will input that OTP in their own application. So now delivery guy would be able to see the buyer location where they have to go to and give it to the buyer. And as you can see in the buyer app as well, there all the update are happening, And once the delivery guy reaches the location of the buyer, they will send an OTP to the buyer. Buyer will receive an OTP, they will give that OTP to the delivery guy, and once the delivery guy receives that OTP, it will be completed. The whole order flow will be completed. Plus one more thing is that delivery guy again have to take 3 pictures of the item that they are delivering to the buyer before entering the OTP. So this is how the whole order flow works. So yeah, that is all for this video.